Manipur Cabinet approves Sustainable Loktak Lake Restoration Project, Alafam. CHFLWC support government's project for conservation of Loktak Lake. Manipur government looking forward to ensuring inclusive and sustainable growth to create employment opportunities for about 2,100 educated unemployed youths. Seven major student bodies from Manipur launched protests in New Delhi to press Government of India to take steps for implementation of National Register of Citizens. And at least 8 people killed, 11 rescued after roof of potato cold storage collapsed in Chandosi area of Sambal in Uttar Pradesh. Hello and welcome. You're watching IS English News and I'm Ruby WUNGKHAI with you. Now let's take a look at the news in detail. Loktak, the largest freshwater lake in northeastern India, is being protected and preserved in its pristine glory under the name and style of the Sustainable Loktak Lake Restoration and Livelihood Improvement Project. To this effect, with the flowing of foreign funding, the Manipur Cabinet took a resolution on renaming Loktak Lake Eco-Tourism Project as Sustainable Loktak Lake Restoration and Livelihood Improvement Project. The Cabinet meeting was held with Chief Minister N. Biren Singh in the chair yesterday. The environmental condition of this lake is on the decrease after the commissioning of the National Hydro Power Corporation in 1983. Loktak is a pulsating lake with a surface area varying from 250 square kilometer to 500 square kilometer during the rainy season, with a typical area of 287 square kilometer. The lake is located in the southern part of the state. The project is being taken up with foreign funding for the beautification of Loktak Lake, one of the tourist destinations in the state, the source state. The new development comes after the state government has reportedly agreed on a proposal of Shiv Sena Manipur. The Shiv Sena Manipur unit has proposed for construction of 9 ring roads around Loktak Lake. Shiv Sena Manipur unit Senior Vice President M. Tikendra said that the water body of this lake needs to be saved at any cost, including its development into an eco-friendly tourist spot. Developing roads around the Loktak Lake will resource in preserving and promoting the lake as an eco-friendly tourist center, and hence the party is demanding the construction of 9 ring roads around the lake. Meanwhile, several organizations, including the Old Loktak Lake Area Fishermen Union Manipur, Alafam, and Champu Khangapok Floating Village Welfare Committee, CHFLWC, supported the government's project for the conservation of Loktak Lake, which requires strong political will, and urged the government to include its representatives at its meeting for the welfare of the fishermen and villagers scattering around the Loktak Lake. Notably, Manipur's legendary hero Khamba and heroine Thoibi played their parts at the Loktak Lake. Manipur government looking forward to ensuring inclusive and sustainable growth is getting ready to create employment opportunities for about 2,100 educated unemployed youth, and rupees 30 crore has been set aside for an information and technology special economic zone, ITZES. Sources close to the Chief Minister said that the decision to this effect was decided in a cabinet meeting with the Chief Minister and Biren Singh in the chair, NE Now reported. The meeting decided to hire 2,000 trainers to give IT training to the youth or students of the state, and also gave the green signal to develop of Manipur IT Special Economic Zone at the cost of rupees 30 crore. The state government is setting up and it sees over 10.85 hectares of contiguous land adjacent to the existing Information and Technology Park at Manipuri, about 5 kilometers from Imphal. ITCs will cater to both local as well as outstation entrepreneurs and generate employment as well as revenue for the state, the sources informed. The Cabinet further decided to appoint 41 staff of the Transport Department. It also includes 8 lower division clerks, 1 sub-inspector enforcement, 4 sub-inspectors tax, 5 assistant sub-inspectors enforcement, 11 checkers, 9 peons and 3 chowkidars. The meeting also resolved to engage 4 lawyers to deal with cases directed at forest and environment, the sources added. Seven major student bodies from Manipur launched protests in New Delhi to press the government of India to take crucial steps for implementation of National Register of Citizens (NRC) in the state of Manipur. MSF, DESAM, KSA, SUK, AIMS, ANSAM, and another student organization jointly organized the protests. They have demanded implementation of NRC in Manipur, which according to the student bodies is facing problem of migration. The student organization have taken a stand to put pressure on the center to fulfill the demand after their voice was unheard by the state government. Manipur Chief Minister N. Biren Singh recently stated that the influx of immigrants has reached an alarming stage in the state. The Democratic Students Alliance of Manipur DESAM had been spearheading a protest in Imphal to demand implementation of NRC. The Manipur Students Association Delhi Masat, Thado Students Associations Delhi, UNIX and World Meeting Council also took part in the protest staged at Jantar Mantar in national capital. The student body have urged people from the northeast living in New Delhi to join the protest, which will be continued further. At least 8 people were killed while 11 were rescued after the roof of a potato cold storage collapsed in the Chandausi area of Sambal in Uttar Pradesh, state officials. The National Disaster Response Force, NDRF, and State Disaster Response Force, SDRF, teams are carrying out rescue operations, media reported. Quote unquote, a total of 8 people lost their lives and 11 people have been rescued. Still, people are missing. There is a basement in the building and we are trying to reach there. ANI quoted Moradabad DIG Salabt Madhur as saying, in order to search for people who are trapped in the debris, rescue forces are using sniffer dogs, said Sambal DM Manish Bansal. Meanwhile, as per reports, an FIR has been registered against the owner and 2 of his brothers. 4 people has been detained for questioning. The main accused are missing, for which a search operation has been launched. The police will be able to tell the exact cause of the incident only after the debris is removed, said Superintendent of Police SP Sambal Chakresh Mishra. The incident took place around 11:30 a.m. on March 16th. Dr. Somojit Ningombam, Director of State Mission of National Health Mission, has called on all health professionals to work together in promoting the health sector. A collective effort from the health professionals can promote the health sector, he noted during the launch of COVID-19 vaccination champions organized by State Health Society and Directorate of Family Welfare Services at the conference hall of the Directorate of Family Welfare Services in Imphal today. Family Welfare Services Director Dr. Lalthari Mar, Family Welfare Services Additional Director Dr. O. Sanahanbi, State Immunization Officer Dr. Chambo Gonmei, and other top health officials were present on the occasion. In his speech at the event, Dr. Somojit lauded that women COVID warriors were being felicitated by Ashas on the occasion of Women's Day. He mentioned that the fight against COVID-19 pandemic lasted over 2 years, wherein all departments under the health sector were active and worked very hard. The same will have to continue, he urged.
I think in my whole career of about 25-26 years, it was the maximum. I've never worked that much in my life, and that gave me a sense of satisfaction afterwards that we were one of the best states in this in the country to manage COVID. The amount of those who were stranded outside, who came back with the leadership of our Honorable Chief Minister to Jiribam, they were brought by train, the difficulties they faced, the monetary hardships they faced. All these things came to my mind today, and I really appreciate CASA also for felicitating the women COVID warriors as part of their observation of Women's Day, as mentioned on, it should have been on 8 March, but because of some difficulties.
Karak River in Kangapok constituency of Thobal district is being drenched under the initiative of local MLA Okram Suja Kumar. 3 JCPs are being engaged in drenching of the 2-kilometer-long stretch of the river from Hayelabuk to Erin. The move comes in the wake of dry spell and all rivers in the state running dry. The initiative was launched on March 6 by MLA Suja Kumar in collaboration with the Senior Citizen Welfare Association, Athokpam Kuno. Association Joint Secretary K. Mohindro said that the river banks will also be revamped and also appeal to all not to plant banana trees on the river banks. He appreciated the step taken by the local MLA. Manipur Cabinet, with the Chief Minister N. Biren Singh in the chair on Thursday night at the CM Secretariat, has decided to hold the election to 26 urban local bodies, ULB and Panchayats on June 5th and 26th respectively. July 7 has been fixed for the completion of the election processes. The meeting adopted that the draft or preliminary electoral roll for the ULB elections would be published on March 31st and April 3rd as the last date for filing claims and objections. The date of publication of the final electoral roll is April 20. The late date for filing nomination is fixed on May 9th, scrutiny on May 10th, and the last date of withdrawal of candidature is May 12th. Voting would be between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. on June 5th. Repoll, if any, on June 7. Counting of votes was fixed on June 9, and by June 15, the election processes would be completed. For the Panchayat polls, the meeting resolved that the date of publication of the draft or preliminary electoral roll is April 4th and filing claims and objections on April 13th. The final electoral roll would be published on April 27 and public notice of the election on May 15th. The last date for filing nomination is May 22nd, scrutiny on May 23rd, and withdrawal of candidature on May 22nd. The date of polling for the panchayats is June 22nd, and the date of repoll, if any, is June 28th. The votes would be counted on June 30, and July 7 has been fixed for the completion of the election processes. As part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, the Ideal Teachers Training Academy, ITA, Sajiwa organized a film screening program on this month's theme Tribal Empowerment. The program was conducted as directed by the National Council of Teacher Education. 2 documentaries based on tribal empowerment were screened. The teacher trainees along with faculties of ITA took part in the discussion that followed after the screening of the films. Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav is an initiative of the Government of India to celebrate and commemorate 75 years of independence and the glorious history of its people, culture and achievements. The program is part of an initiative taken by the National Council of Teacher Education, NCTE, to promote the feeling of cultural pride among the student teacher and also ensure active public participation. Now let's take a short commercial break. We'll be right back. Introducing Wonder Chef, one of India's leading brands in cookware and kitchen appliances. Inspired by Italian design and German standard of quality. Holding more than 100 plus products such as chimneys, cooktops, grinders and much more. Now open at Nagram Block A, Stadium Road near Punya Hyundai showroom. Special launch offer will be available for all customers from 15th to 30th March. Please visit the outlet at the earliest and enjoy the benefits. Welcome back. 2 pilots who were missing after an army helicopter crash in Arunachal Pradesh near China border on Thursday have died, an official said. The pilot and the co-pilot of the helicopter lost their lives in the accident, Army Pro Lieutenant Colonel Mahendra Rawat said. The deceased were identified as Lieutenant Colonel VBP Reddy and Major Jayant A. The crash took place near Mandala, west of Bomdila. In Arunachal Pradesh, 5 search parties of the Indian Army, SSB and ITBP were immediately launched after the news of the crash emerged. Meanwhile, last tributes were paid with full military honors to Lieutenant Colonel VVP Reddy and Major Jayant A of Army Aviation, who lost their life in the line of duty on March 16 in the Arunachal Pradesh Army chopper crashed in West Kameng district while on an operational sortie in Tezpur, Assam. Reid was late on behalf of a grateful nation for the untiring service to the nation by the officers. The mortal remains have been moved to their hometown, Yadadri near Hyderabad, Telangana and Madurai, Tamil Nadu in a special military plane. Health and Family Welfare Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia flagged off 75 trucks yesterday with TB awareness messages across the country at the Partnership for Action Against Tuberculosis PAC event in New Delhi. Talking to media, Dr. Mandavia lauded the corporates, NGOs, political leaders and individuals for their contribution towards a TB-free India by becoming Ni Share Mitra. He said currently 71,000 Niche Mitras are supporting over 10 lakh TB patients through nutritional support and other means. Under the Pradhan Mantri TB Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, the minister also distributed nutritional baskets to TB patients at the event. Now let's look at the sports news. 3 Indian boxers are in action today at the World Women's Boxing Championship. Jasmine Lamboria, Sashi Chopra and Shruti Yadav will enter the ring for their matches in the 57 to 60 kg, 60 to 63 kg and 66 to 70 kg categories respectively. The matches began at 6 p.m. and being telecast live on DD Sports. Yesterday, India were off to flying start with all 4 Indian boxers emerging victorious. Nikhat Zareen, Sakshi Chaudhary, Nupur Sheront and Preeti representing India won their respective matches yesterday. Union Minister for Youth Affairs and Sports Anurag Singh Thakur inaugurated the IBA Women's World Boxing Championship 2023 at the Indira Gandhi Sports Complex on Wednesday. The prestigious tournament is hosted by the Boxing Federation India and will be played till March 26th. India is hosting the tournament for the 3rd time after 2006 and 2018. A total of 324 women boxers from 65 countries will participate in the championships in 12 weight categories. In tennis, at the Indian Wells tournament, Spaniard Carlos Alcaraz defeated Canadian Auger Aliassime in the quarterfinals early today in California. Alcaraz eased past his opponent, beating him in the straight sets 6-4, 6-4. He will now face Jannik Sinner in the semi-finals. In Women's Premier League, Gujarat Giants won by 11 runs against Delhi Capital at Bourbon Stadium in Mumbai yesterday. Chasing a victory target of 148 runs set by Gujarat, Delhi could score 136 and were all out in 18.4 overs. Earlier, Delhi won the toss and opted to bowl first. Now, Mumbai Indians will lock horns with UP Warriors at Dr. D.Y. Patel Sports Academy in Mumbai on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. In badminton, Indian women's doubles pair of Trisha Jolly and Gayatri Gopichand will face world number 14, the Chinese combination of Li Wenmei and Lui Zhuanzhuan in the quarterfinals of the All England Championship in Birmingham today. The world number 17 and Commonwealth Games bronze medalists Trisha and Gayatri upset former world number 1, the Japanese pair of Yuki Fukushima and Sayaka Hirota in a pulsating contest yesterday. However, Indian challenge in the singles has ended at the tournament. HS Pranoy, Kidambi Shrikant and Lakshya Sen bowed out of the second round of men's singles. Earlier, star Indian shutter PV Sindhu made a first-round exit from women's singles. Man double pair of Satwik Sairaj Ranki Reddy and Siraj Seti was also knocked out. Now the headlines once again. Manipur Cabinet approves Sustainable Loktak Lake Restoration Project. Alafam, CHFLWC support government's project for conservation of Loktak Lake. Manipur government looking forward to ensuring inclusive and sustainable growth to create employment opportunity for about 2,100 educated unemployed youths. 7 major student bodies from Manipur launched protests in New Delhi to press Government of India to take steps for implementation of National Register of Citizens. And at least 8 people killed, 11 rescued after roof of potato cold storage collapsed in Chandosi area of Sambal in Uttar Pradesh. Now that is all we have for now. Thank you for watching IS News. Have a good evening.